What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today finally have a new update in regards to the upcoming Dragon Ball Z movie, Fukkatsu no F, the revival of Frieza. Now, before I continue, I will say that there will be some spoilers in this video, so if you want nothing spoiled, I highly suggest that you skip this one, because today we're going to be discussing the plot of the movie, and essentially how Frieza comes back, what his plans are, and kind of the beginning to the movie, because we have the first chapter of the 3-chapter manga series kind of broken down, and we're going to discuss that, and I'll tell you exactly what happens in the first chapter. So in case you have no clue what I'm talking about, Akira Toriyama did put together a 3-chapter manga series that he plans on releasing sometime over the next couple weeks or a couple months prior to the release of the movie. So this will kind of basically give us an idea or set up to what's going to happen in the movie. And today we got the first chapter, I don't know if it was leaked or released or what, but we had the first chapter broken down, so I'm going to go over everything that happens in that chapter. So without further ado, if you're still watching this, that means you want to find out what happens, how Frieza comes back, how he becomes strong and all that stuff, and you don't care to have anything spoiled. Is everybody still watching? Alright, here we go. So this is how and by the way, I will link the actual article in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. But this is straight from the first chapter of the manga. So this is what happens. So it starts with Frieza having a flashback to him fighting Goku, and then him fighting Trunks, and then he wakes up in Hell inside a cocoon. Which is funny because Toriyama never actually wrote Hell into the series. What you guys saw in the anime was all filler that was created by Toei, and none of that actually happens in the manga, so there is no Hell. It didn't also make any sense because if you remember Vegeta, when he died against Majin Buu, he never kept his body, which he technically should have because he was a bad guy, and he should have been in Hell with the other guys, and it just didn't make any sense. But we officially have our first look in the Toriyama version of Hell, which, again, if you want to check that out, I will link it in the description below, which is kind of zany. It actually shows Frieza in a cocoon with basically happiness and loud noises all around him. He's actually being tortured. I mean, that's what Hell is supposed to be. But he wakes up in a cocoon in Hell, and that's all that we see, him just having flashbacks and just having a pretty terrible time. Meanwhile, Tagoma and Sorbet, who are shown to have a power level equivalent to Zarbon and Dodoria, they're pretty weak, are pretty pissed off that the army got defeated on Namek, and they kind of want to figure out a way to bring Frieza back. So what happens is Tagoma sends Sherbet to Earth, and this is funny because right as Sherbet gets to Earth, Pilaf has all the Dragon Balls. And right as Pilaf is about to make the Dragon Ball, Sherbet jumps in to steal his wish and asks for the revival of Frieza. But to that, Shenron says he can't because his body has been scattered throughout the world or something. To which then Sherbet instead asks Shenron to basically bring back Frieza's body, and then all the pieces disappear from Hell and end up basically on in front of Sherbet, who then picks it up and takes it back to the spaceship. When they're in the spaceship, Sherbet then takes all the bodies, the pieces of Frieza, and puts them in a revival chamber, and they begin the process to bring Frieza back. It's kind of weird that they bring him back like that, because technically, aren't the pieces still dead? Like, is Frieza still alive? I mean, I remember when he got blown up in Namek, he was in pieces, and he was still kind of alive, so I'm kind of confused how that works. But then again, he did get revived when he got put together after getting defeated by Goku on Namek, so it's kind of a weird thing to kind of really question there, because we don't really know. I mean, most people who get blown up, they're dead. But I don't know if Frieza can survive like that. Maybe he has some form of regeneration that we don't know about. But yeah, essentially they put Frieza into this revival chamber, and he starts getting revived, and then he gets brought back to his very first form. And upon coming back, he starts killing his army, of course, because he realizes he's gotten a lot weaker in him being dead, because obviously he couldn't do anything. He was gone for a long time, so he starts killing his own men. And after that, Tagoma tries to tell Frieza, do not fight Goku and the others. They become a lot stronger. He even says, or I don't know if he says it, but it's brought up that Goku is a lot stronger than Majin Buu and all those people. So he advises Frieza not to go after him. To which Frieza responds by blowing Tagoma up, instantly killing him, which is funny because we expected him to be an important character in this movie. But he instantly kills him and gets blown out in space, and then that's the end of him. And then Frieza says he has the power to kill Goku and the others in a blink of an eye. He just needs 4 months and begins his training. So if you remember a while back, it's been revealed that Frieza becomes stronger in this movie because he trains. So it's kind of funny because there's going to be a time gap there in the movie. It's like he gets brought back, and then 4 months pass of him training, and then I guess the fight starts, or I don't know how they're going to set it up. But essentially, what makes him so strong in this movie is the fact that he gets revived in a weird way, and then trains to achieve a new power. So it looks like Frieza must have known that he had another transformation that he could dig into that would make him even more stronger. He just never, I guess, had a time to achieve it. Maybe he needed immortality. Who knows what reason was there behind it for him not to achieve that transformation earlier. But essentially, that's the setup. So now, Chapter 1 ends with Frieza saying he's going to get revenge and he needs 4 months to train, and that's how it ends. So when Chapter 2 comes out, I will let you guys know essentially what happens there. We can discuss more information about that, but that's pretty much the setup to the movie. So it looks like that actually confirms to us that Frieza is not going to be a god in this movie, which we all kind of assumed to happen because we saw the aura around him. But he is going to be in a new level of strength just because, again, he says he can defeat Goku in the blink of an eye. And if he's comparing Goku's strength currently at the end of Dragon Ball Z and being able to defeat him in the blink of an eye, that's pretty powerful. I will note that they didn't mention anything about Goku's fight with Beerus or any of that. They just mentioned that he defeated Majin Buu because they don't have the data on what happens after that. So I guess, you know, they'll leave the part out of him fighting Beerus and then he becomes Super Saiyan God, which is kind of going to be probably a good way to match him up when he fights the next, or I guess powered up version of Frieza, whether it's a new form or new power or whatever it is. It's gonna, I guess, match up perfectly when they get to fight, which I hope, you know, Vegeta still becomes Super Saiyan God because we all want that to happen. But that is the setup to the movie. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts. Is this a good setup, bad setup? I want to know your opinions on it. Personally, I think it's awesome for many reasons. Number one, we finally see what hell actually looks like in Dragon Ball Z, because again, the filler version of Dragon Ball Z just kind of never made any sense because it seemed kind of happy. Like, you die, you get to keep your body. Like, keeping your body after death is kind of a cool thing. So it's like hell never really made sense in Dragon Ball Z. Essentially, like, it was kind of rewarding to be a bad guy. Because remember, Vegeta didn't keep his body for obvious reasons. I mean, the first reason is the fact that hell wasn't canon, so it didn't make any sense anyways. Like, if you're a bad guy, you don't keep your body. Like, whether, you know, there is no keep your body, I guess, like stats or something. Like you don't be a bad guy, you keep your body. Like, the only way to keep your body after dying in the Dragon Ball Z universe is if you're a really good person, if if you're just a really good person like Goku, and that's how you're supposed to keep your body. And the fact that they actually wrote in, or not they, but that Toriyama actually wrote in what hell is a pretty good, it's a pretty cool thing to see what it actually is supposed to be, which makes a lot of sense. Because again, if you look at this screenshot of the panel, which I'm not going to link because of copyright reasons, because I know you're not supposed to link actual pages and stuff, but you can check it out yourself in the description below. If you look at hell, it's very like loud and happy, and it's torturous, which is what it's supposed to be, like I said. But it's cool we actually get to see that. Two, it's also interesting to see that Frieza doesn't actually get revived. He gets revived through his body just being put together. So it's like, does Frieza actually not die? Is he truly invincible? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, if we just chopped off Frieza's head and that's all that was left, does that mean he's alive? Because remember, when Trunks chopped him up, he was still technically alive. Like, he was still alive and seeing what was happening. He was kind of shocked he was cut in half, but it didn't immediately kill him. You would think that if you get sliced like that, that would immediately like end your life. But like, remember, he even had enough time to kind of see his eyes split and everything when Trunks chopped him, and then ultimately Trunks then blasted him into smithereens. But it reveals that Frieza actually was a lot more powerful than we thought, and it's cool to see that, you know, they're going to factor that into this movie. And that's pretty much it. And also, the other cool thing is the revelation of how he becomes strong. Like, what is he going to do for his 4 months? Like, is he going to go to like a planet and train? Like, what is training for 4 months? Like, what exactly is he going to do to achieve his power? Like, that's what I want to know. And how much more powerful is he going to be? I mean, obviously he has to be more powerful than anything so far, because it wouldn't make sense for him to be weaker than Beerus or weaker than Majin Buu or anything. Like, this new form of Frieza, whether it's a transformation or just a new ability, is supposed to be probably the strongest so far in the series. So that's actually really, really cool to see the direction that Toriyama's taking this movie. So I'm pretty excited. I'm freaking stoked, and I hope that, you know, we get to see this movie sooner than later. In case you don't know, this movie is coming out mid-April. I believe it's April 18th, but I'm not sure if that changed or anything. But April 18th, from last time I remember, that was the release date. And also, I was told, I've already seen a lot of people linking me petitions to dub this movie. It's not even out yet. I was told, because of the success of Battle of Gods, that they might dub, they being Funimation, they might dub Fukkatsu enough a lot sooner than later. Because remember, last time we had to wait a good like year and a half before we finally got the dub version in the States. So hopefully sooner means actually sooner, and then not having us wait for like a year or so. So fingers crossed there. When I find out some more information about the dubbing of Fukkatsu no F, the English version, I will let you guys know. But for now, just know that this is what I was told. This is what I was told. This is what I heard, and hopefully that still applies with, you know, what I was told. So we'll find that out. In terms of who told me, I can't say. It's just a reliable source. That's all I will say, because I don't want to throw a person out there. But that's just what I was brought up. And again, when I find out more, I'll let you guys know. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's the beginning of Fukkatsu no F. Again, if you want to see it for yourself, I will link the article in the description below, so you can check that out yourself. Pretty much read through the whole thing, because there was a little bit more that I didn't like really talk about just because small details and stuff. But if you want to check that out for yourself, you can see that in the description below. But other than that, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and we'll take it from there. April is just around the corner, guys. It's getting pretty close, and I'm pretty excited to see this movie finally. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking. I already talked your heads off. So if you guys are hyped for this movie, if you enjoyed this video, if you think this story is gonna be interesting, make sure you push that like button right in the face. And any other feedback, questions, comments, feel free to add it in the comment section below. My name is Rhymestyle. You guys enjoy the rest of the day, and I will see all you awesome Super Sandwiches in the comment section below.